Hi guys, I'm back. It's been forever. I feel as though I've not been here for about 3 weeks and it's felt like about 6 months. Um, but I'm feeling not too bad and very refreshed, and I've had lots of time with my grandson, and there's lots been going on, and in the background the spring's been coming and the garden's sort of starting to bloom and everything, so it's really nice. But before I go much further, let's give you a wee update on the new love of my life. Don't tell Jim or Daniel Craig, but let's see, this wee boy of mine, Alexander. Let's see. Oops, it's a wee serious thing. He's got the hiccups. He's adorable. Let's see if I can get another one of my favourite photos. Look at that. How gorgeous is that boy? Yeah, anyway, I could show you loads of photos, but if you want more, or you want more updates on Alexander, then let me know. But yeah, he's doing well. He's over £9 now, which is brilliant, and he's found his own wee language or whatever. I think still in normal, uh, what he would be. I think he would be about 3 months now in real age, but he's only about 6 weeks or something, 7 weeks. So yeah, he's catching up. He's doing well. He's doing well. So a time with my daughter, both of them actually, and had quite a lot of rest. It was odd that when I first went off, I had the intent of starting to do more of the book, but the week just went to pot, and then I was getting some dental treatment, and one of them that was just meant to be root treatment became a crown, so it was a lot more work than I'd thought. But I've got a brilliant dentist, I couldn't fault him, so well done him, and all the girls as well, and the staff. So that kind of sort of lighted a week, because I actually was really tired and a wee bit sore. It's not even so much the mouth, it's my neck. With the arthritis in my neck, I find being in a dental chair quite sore, but I've got my own wee cushion they bring out and put behind my neck and everything, so it is what it is. They do the best they can, and we keep the treatments to a certain level, sort of length, so that I know I can do that. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. So, how are you? Gonna, in the description box, let me know how you're going on. I must admit, I was surprised with being off how many comments still come in all the videos. I think I've caught up now. I still haven't caught up with emails. And a lot of them just probably won't be answered if I'm going to do a video on it anyway. And I've got lots of new ideas for videos, so I'm really happy about that. I've got I could probably do 1 or 2 videos a week for the next 6 months and still not run out of things. But please do give me them, because I connect with some more than others. Some things I go, well, I'm not too sure about that, I don't know enough, so no, I'll leave that to someone else. And then there's others that yeah, I hadn't thought of that one, but I know about that. So keep it all coming, because I do appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to doing those videos. The new book, after being sort of ill and tired for the first week or so, I started collating all your stories that you've sent me. The book is on dying and the afterlife. So in itself, it's quite a difficult book to write. Some of the chapters are very intense. And some of them I've got a lot of people giving me. See, I've got like different things we're looking at, the lead up to death, what's happening at death, where you go after death, all these things. But I wanted it not just to be my stories and my voice, so I asked a lot of you to give me your experiences. And so far, the chapter on near death is good, and I've got a good few experiences on that. chapters on, you know, watching parents or people pass, they're really good as well. And I've certainly got enough. And I've got a whole section at the end of the book. It's just messages from Spirit and directly to you. I'm always welcome at getting things like that, because people are going to love reading them, you know. And but I must admit, the ones that I've not got many people giving their stories on or whatever, and I maybe understand it, but as a chapter on miscarriage and also suicide. Now, if you've had a miscarriage or you've had a suicide in your family, and you've had some sort of affirmation that that person kept going and got message back to you or showed you directly that they were there, then if you would like to share that, I'd love to put it in the book, because at the moment the miscarriage and the suicide section are lacking your voice, right? You know, I've got my stories, I've got my daughter's stories, re the miscarriage, and another one or two, I think, but it's not enough compared to all the other chapters, which can have about 10 in it. So suicide and miscarriage, and also a very hard one, and I know this is a hard ask, but a lot of the stories that we're getting are maybe about, you know, people my age and younger that have lost parents, and also would like to hear from people that maybe have lost a child, and in some way they got an affirmation that that child still lived on. And yeah, just have a wee think of that. As I say, you have to be able to allow it to go in the book with, you can put anonymous beside it if you want, or just your initials, but if you feel that you're ready to tell your story now, and if you're ready to pass it on to other people and maybe let them benefit from it, then please email it at stormwarrior41 at AOL.com. It's linked in the description box below. So yeah, the book's coming on. Sometimes it's funny though, there's been a lot of editing involved. I thought I could talk, but some of you, when you want to say maybe 500 words, can make it into 2,000. And I know that feeling. A lot of people's stories are great, but they've had to be edited down, but keep the resonance of it. So as well as having my writer's hat on, I've had an editor's hat on for the last wee while. And it is what it is, but I do thank you. I mean, this book, it's hard because, you know, writing about death isn't easy, but writing about the afterlife is inspiring. And I've got some really nice quotes and stories as well. Anyway, so that's the book. If you want to add more to it, please do so, because I'm getting on bit by bit. Hope to have it finished in 2 or 3 months, and I'll get it out later on in the year. But I'd like it to be, you know, so it's not an anthology, I don't mean that, but I'd like it to be your voice as well as mine. So let me know how you've been, let me know how you're getting on your spiritual paths. If I've not been there sort of giving you a wee push on, have you been doing stuff? I hope so. Probably in the next week and a half I'll put up another psychic development thing, and we'll get started on that as well, and hopefully be able to get back into the mediumship. So for now, I'm going to be doing a competition, but I'll put a video up separately for it, because we now got over 10,000 subscribers. Yay! As I say, it's a number, but it's a good number to have, because it shows that, you know, if I were off for a wee while, the channel wouldn't just die. Although I must admit, YouTube algorithm has been a bit unkind in that a lot of my videos, that when I'm posting to a week or whatever, they get in suggested videos, but because I've not posted, they're not being suggested. So I think the YouTube algorithm doesn't like creators having time off. at all. And it does feel as though you're punished for that. So, and this isn't a job. This is a hobby. So it was a bit, I was a bit miffed, feeling as though I was being punished for actually just having time off. And we're also the Healing Hands video, the one that's brought a lot of you to the channel, I understand that, has gone over 200,000 views, and I'm so happy with that. And I love your comments. I think we've got a channel that's got so many comments per, not population, but for community. The amount of people that comment on the videos and ask things is great. Also, I noticed while I was off that people were interacting with one another, keeping an eye on one another. How are you doing? Can you do this? Can you do that? That is just the biggest joy for me. I just, honest to God, it makes me a wee bit tearful at times that this wee thing that started off to get a few videos up so that I didn't have to write them down for everybody has grown to friendships, and it's going to people helping one another, offering healing. The other thing is, so I'll be doing not a competition, really, a giveaway, and it's just to say thank you again. So we'll do that separately. Also, I've got a wee teaser video coming up, but I'm not going to say too much about it, or am I? No, you'll find it a wee bit funny. It shows that even when I'm off and I'm ill, I sometimes feel as though I still have to do stuff, because I opened a shop with some merchandise in it. Because I'm over 10,000, I can do this, but I want to fill you in on that and the reasons for it and some of the things that are in it, because it was just me. I believe that you can never be bored when you've got nature and you've got the internet. And then one day I was sitting and thought, I'll go read, and then this email come up like, oh, you can do this, and I was like, oh, I'll try that. And before I knew it, it was like kind of done, because I'm right on the Gemini cusp. So there's the stubbornness of the Taurian, but there's that straight, I'm going to do this kind of need for sort of seeing things and doing things of the Gemini. But I want to do a separate video on that, and you can all have a wee laugh if you want. There's some slogans that I've got, and I think you might like them. I do think you might like them. I like them anyway. I keep looking over there because I ordered up a bit of my own stuff and I'm so chuffed with it. But you'll have to tune in for another video, because I don't want to monetize it or anything. I just want it to be what it is, just saying, look, have a wee look if you want, don't if you don't bother. But I'll do that separately. Yeah, so have I got, yep, match. I'm just laughing here because I was holding that up. Oh yes, I write notes. Someone's asked for a video on drum healing and working with totem animals. That's to go in this book, my project book for YouTube, which is completely full of things. Oh, and I'll be doing another question and answer. So loads to be done, loads to be enjoyed. Yes, I still have to pace myself though, but it's between this and getting the book forward. I'm happy when I'm doing my spiritual work. I'm very happy, and I'm balancing it out nicely with family and this gym. And I wish we'd a wee bit better weather, because it's been raining constantly for about a week. And the garden and the lanes and everything are looking so pretty, but there's no way of really doing much. But I'll certainly be showing you some of the nice flowers that are planted. Anyway, see, I should have said get a coffee, sit, because this is going to be a long one. It's just a blather to let you know that I've had my time off. If I have more time off at some point, I think I would do it where I had some videos done in advance, because I'd only kind of one, I think, book review. And as I say, it felt wrong having the gap for me, and it felt wrong just, well, certainly to YouTube it seemed wrong that they just were like, oh, she's not posting, so let's just kind of forget about her for a wee while. Anyway, so coffee, enjoy. I, I think I'm sure there was loads that I wanted to tell you, but it'll come back to me. Just to know that the doggos are fine. Jim's back's a wee bit bad again, but he's getting there. Um, I'm excited about getting back to the channel. I'm excited for doing more of the teaching videos as well. And hopefully get back to the mediumship, because people seem to like the mediumship as well. So, and obviously the coffee videos, because they give me a chance just to see how you all are. So I've not been on to see, you know, like I'm not thanking anyone for their support this month, because I haven't been on and looked at it yet. But I know all of you that support the channel just know thank you. The wee coffees do help, and you know, it's just thank you, and it's good to be back. And thank you for all the love and support. There's been more trolling of the channel, and I couldn't even repeat to you some of the things that have been said, and one of them was pretty dire, but I actually reported it for abuse. And then I went to the comments that had come in below it, not below it, but it'd been caught, so it wasn't appearing on the channel, it was just caught for me to check whether I let it through or not. But I didn't, obviously. And then I went back to the original comments that were coming through, and there was one lady that was like, very much, oh, thank you, you're doing great, and it's lovely seeing you looking a bit better, blah, blah, blah. And right away I was back up, like, I don't care about these trolls. And I've got a few more word blocking words to put in, believe it or not. I thought I'd covered them all. I really thought I'd covered them all. You know, if you have with your channel, you can block certain words so that if comments have them in them, they get held. And it's really full of quite a lot of words, but some of the ones that have come in while I've been off, I need to put new words in. Some words I never ever thought I would have to put in, to be honest, but it is what it is. There's just some nasty people out there, isn't there? And Jim said a thing which I thought was nice. I kind of said, oh, look at this one. He's like, God's sake. But he's kind of, do you want me to do anything? No, this is quite regular. Don't worry about it. It doesn't affect me in any way now. I just wanted to show you because it was a new type of insult. And basically, he's like, you know, that's just because, like, they see you just being a nice person and a person that just is maybe a wee bit sort of bright-eyed and gentle, and that's kind of what they go for. And I thought, well, fair enough. If it gives them some joy, fair enough, but it will not show up in my channel to use, because I would never want you to see any of this stuff, and I'm learning new words as I go along. Anyway, enough's enough. Thank you for joining me for the coffee, and I hope that there'll be a few more videos up in the next few weeks, just because I've got things to tell you or show you, and then we'll be back to some sort of normality, whatever that is. So to all the new subscribers that have come on board while I've been away, welcome, absolutely welcome. And you normally do get videos, maybe 1 or 2 a week anyway, from me. So know that the wee drought that was there when you first subscribed isn't normal. It's the first time in 3 years I've actually had 3 weeks off from having a video up. So I love you and leave you. Many blessings, and please get back to me in the comments and let me know how you're doing. Are you okay? Are you sad about anything? Are you tired? Are you weary? Is all this political stuff doing your head in? Anything you want to say. We're a community. We can all give one another a joint hug. And I also something else. if you would, it's odd, there was a lovely woman asked for a spell for world healing. I thought that's more of a ritualized prayer than a spell. And then I thought, wow, could we as a community maybe have I don't know, a video or a live stream where we come together to put all our healing out for the healing of the earth. Now I've done quite a few of earth healing sweat lodges where the energy that's built up and been put back into the earth has been stunning. And I've also done these lodges where other lodges in different countries were doing them, and they were all linked around the globe, which was a fantastic experience. So maybe as a community we need to step up a wee bit more and actually walk our talk as a community, and maybe start not just giving healing to one another, but actually, you know, do we do a healing round the rose? Do we have a healing video, or do we have a just, you know, if there's a, I mean, I've been reading a book on that I'm going to review that's about psychopomp and death walking. It's a shamanic book, and it brought up the aspect as, are we ready shamanically as light workers or whatever for when there's a big tragedy, to help those souls over. And it got me thinking that, yeah, well, that's okay, that's maybe more for the shamanic workers amongst us, or the people that do the death walking as such. But this is a very healing community. There's a lot of you that are on here that have been attracted to the Healing Hands video and the healing. So would it be something you would like, that we could do some sort of healing? And just, again, you'd need to tell me, because you're all over the world. The majority in the USA, there would need to be a time that suits us, unless we just do a video on it and I pull you through the healing, and then that video can be used at various times, or we could do a time for a live stream that we can get there and work with one another to send out healing to the earth. I can't do this on my own. I would, if it was a live stream, I would need as many people there as possible, and I would need a moderator that could keep an eye on the idiots that would come in while I led whatever it was. Let me know. It's something that we may want to think of, particularly after the summer, when you know, we're more not in summer holidays and stuff like that. Also, I would say though that if there are any tragedies in the world, I want to be able to maybe go on here and say, right, come on guys, let's put our energy there or there. What do you think of that one? Okay, do you see where my head is? The Gemini aspect, that cusp. Oh my God, it just, but at least I've got the Taurus stuff to back me up and slow me down a wee bit. Otherwise, I think I'd go mad with ideas. Anyway, so let me know about anything and keep the conversation going, and hopefully you'll make something of this video. So thanks for joining me for a wee coffee, and it's nice to be back and seeing you all again. Many blessings now. Bye.